Because you don't worry about where you're going or if you're going to be safe. I told you read about my son.
No.
Okay, he's in Florida. One of his
Mark.
visitors. Yeah. A week ago, before he came here. He lives in an upstairs apartment, downstairs apartment. He heard shooting outside. And he knew there was kids, and he went down, and there was the guy, and his wife was on the ground, and the little one, I guess he's about 8.
Oh my goodness.
So Mark told the little guy, go inside, it's going to be all right, and he talked to him. But before, all week long, he had gone from the parking lot to the apartment, and all he heard was, yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. And all week long, he had no clue what it was, but it was like, boom. Well, here's this guy with the gun, and his wife is down, and Mark just started talking to him. And the next thing you know, he put the gun to Mark's head, and he said he's going to blow his brother's head away. And Mark said, you don't want to do that. And he just said, he said, look, he says, I know things might have got out of hand. Let's talk through this. And again, to the head, I'm going to blow you away. He said, you really do not want to do it. Please, just let me check your wife. You can probably make these things right. He ended up talking to the guy. Meantime, someone had called 911. They come with the guns blazing. And Mark turned around and he had his cell phone in his hand. It's a cell phone. It's not a gun. I'm not the shooter.
Yeah.
But don't shoot. He said, it's going to be all right. Don't shoot. Please don't shoot. And the guy is looking at him. He ended up talking the guy into putting the gun down, and it was resolved. And one police officer told him, he says, you're out of your mind. Yeah. You're as stupid as anything I've ever seen. And he just said, he said, well, it ended with nobody dead, didn't it? But the woman was.
Really?
But they didn't even check the woman. They were so busy arresting him.
Yeah.
They didn't check that woman until 42 minutes later. Mark timed it, because he said, let me go see if there's a pulse. And they wouldn't let him back near her.
Yeah. They never even, not once said anything to him, like, in a positive way? One
officer did. But they wanted to come in there blazing and make big thing again.
Make the headlines.
And in Florida, it just said a shooting was resolved without incident. But the kid's family from Spokane, they knew exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. And they had it in the paper there exactly what happened.
My goodness.
But he knew, he said, Mom, he said, that's all I knew all week long. That's all, that one verse was in my heart all week. And he says he knew he was ready to meet Jesus. You know, whatever it is. But he also knew that he wanted to talk to the guy after they arrested him. And they said, no, you can't. But he said he knows now he will. Because he knows that he can tell him why he wasn't afraid.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
He can lead him to Jesus through that.
And see, that's right. And see if he can, see if he can witness to him.
That, I know it can happen. But that's what it was about. So I was really glad to hug on him. You got all that stuff right? We're from Long Island, New York.
Well, I'm going to ask you because I got to get it on.
Yeah.
All right, so let me,
okay.
All right, let me tell her.
Can I tell the background that I was originally in a Catholic church?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so, all right, so spell your name for me, first and last name.
Joannenemucci.
Okay, so, and what are you known as?
Mama Mucci.
Mama Mucci. That's right, Mama Mucci. That's right. All right, and tell me what the name of your ministry is. What did you guys start when you got here?
When we started?
Or what is it called
today? Okay, today it's called Dolls on Mission. When we started here, it was a Better Way Home. A Better Way Home mission for God.
So that was when you were actually in the mission field?
No, that was I was in the prison ministry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, prison ministry.
And I was teaching them a better way home.
Oh, wow.
And it started with one man, because my son saw them lead them to the Lord at the prisons, and he said, Mom, he said they need follow-up because they have a target on their back even more now because they know Jesus.
That's right.
And he turned around and, he said, would you write him? That was Johnny. And I wrote Johnny. He was in, what's the prison over here? Lord, I can't remember the name of it. South Carolina. It's gone from me.
Yeah.
But Johnny started telling others about the letters that I was writing to him.
Mm-hmm.
From there, it went to somebody that was in Greensboro, Greenville Prison Correctional, 3,000 men.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote to people that were in other prisons in other states telling them what we were learning. 20 prisons later, and Lord knows how many letters, thousands of letters, because I was doing them by hand.
Mm-hmm.
They're all out, and they haven't gone back. One of the guards in one of the prisons started talking to the prisoners, and he asked something about a verse we had studied that week and talked about, and they started going back at him, and they said, you need to write Mama Musey and connect with her. Well, that guard left the prison. Him and his wife are now in the mission field.
Oh, wow. So were you actually going to the prisons, or you weren't allowed?
I went to the one where Johnny was.
Was it Lanes? Not
No.
Lanes Creek, Brown Creek?
Bennettsville.
Oh, Bennettsville, yeah. Mm-hmm, Bennettsville.
Johnny had never had any visitors for 20 years he was in there.
Oh, my goodness.
When he came out, we took him home to live with us.
Really?
God is my witness.
Wow.
We took him home to live with us.
What was he doing in the prison?
I never ask. I don't ask why they're there.
Whew.
I know how we can make it better through they're there.
Yeah.
So he lived with us till he was able to get on his feet. So, I mean, a journey, when God speaks to your heart, you just got to be ready to go.
Wow.
And that's the awesome husband that I have.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
From there, we went to A Better Way Home, working at the shelter.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
That's 25 years now we're there with them.
Yeah.
And the same thing, he let me take a whole family home to live with us when they were having a hard time.
Goodness.
But you just got to be willing to take the walk.
Mm-hmm. Goodness. All right. So where were you from originally?
Long Island, New York.
Okay. And how did you end up down here?
Through Joe's work. He used to work all over, and he liked it here.
Okay.
So when the kids were half in school and half out of school, remember I had 9 children.
Shoo.
So when half were in grammar school getting ready to go to high school, the other into high school, that's when we moved here.
Yeah. Wow.
So.
All right. So at what age did you become a Christian? So I'm not talking Catholic church.
I'm talking about when God talked to me when I was in the 6th grade.
Okay.
I was in a Catholic school.
So you were how old? Was that 12?
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I knew I was his. They would have mass before you went to school.
So I grew up Catholic too.
So before you went to school, they had mass. You could go, or you could go to the playground. Well, yours truly was on my knees.
Yeah.
And that's from when I was that old. And it was like I knew I actually wanted to become a Carmelite nun.
Oh, wow.
And God spoke to my heart, and he said, that's you. But you can raise more, and you'll have more to go out in the field.
Right.
And then he put my husband in my life. I mean, he did some turning points that were unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we did get married. I don't know where you want to go from here.
Yeah.
But yeah. What happened, sweetheart?
Well, I can't afford to put any more in my car,
Oh, Father,
so
this
I'm
is
going to run
Rita.
it home.
Hey, Dad, how are you doing?
I'm
nice
good.
to see you.
This is one I have to kiss her hands because they cut $500, $800.
Oh, my goodness.
I had $1,500 at the house yesterday. I still got it. I'm going to have to take this home, come back,
Okay.
and there's one I can't get out, so I'm going to bring a hammer so I can knock it
Can John maybe help? Or?
out.
What are you doing?
Well, there's a pole that's in wooden slots that I can't get out by hand. I'll have to have a hammer or something
I
to
got a
knock it
hammer
out.
here. Could we take a minute? Could you help?
Yeah, sure.
But I'll stop having to go back and forth.
Well, if and maybe you can tell me if you think I should put this other in my car, and the pink I thought I'd